Hi, today I'm going to show you how I got this axle out of my BMW R1200 front wheel. It was an absolute bastard, it wouldn't budge. First up, you need something to turn it with. What a lot of people do is they use a spark plug spanner like this. You have to have the right size, of course, which fits in there. Now, I've got several spark plug spanners, but of course none of them fitted, so I had to make my own tool to do the job. So what I did is I found a bolt head stuck in there. It's jammed on that socket because I wanted a nice tight fit, but it's a standard bolt, and the nut just so happens to fit nicely into there. I threaded the nut onto the bolt, and then I welded it on so that it wouldn't turn. I actually started with a couple of little welds, and I managed to snap them off trying to undo it, so I had to weld all the way around. Okay, so that is the tool I've got for turning this. Of course, the first thing I tried was to just put a T-bar on it, like that, and then next I got a hammer and started belting it, and that wasn't working. And then I was supporting this bottom end so that it's more of a twisting motion, and that wasn't working. So I resorted to my trusty lever here. Big long bar, as you can see, lots of leverage, and I had it more horizontal, and I was supporting this other end and getting lots of pressure on it, and nothing was happening. The only thing that was happening was this bolt was showing signs of twisting a bit. So I figured that wasn't working. I also bashed it with that bar. It still didn't work. So then I thought, what am I doing? I thought, why don't I use my trusty rattle gun? And that didn't work either. Put that in there and tried to undo it. No go. So I put some penetrating liquid on there. I use CRC, it's quite good. WD-40, same thing, and there are all sorts. I sprayed that all around here, and on this side, all around here, and up underneath, and everywhere I could think that it might get in. Also, by the way, there is a screw. Clamping screw, which you've got to take out of there before you try undoing it. Don't worry, I did that first. So I came back this morning, left it overnight, came back this morning, and it still wouldn't budge. So I had a bit of a think, and I remembered this old tool here. It doesn't get a lot of use these days. It's called an impact driver, and it's very handy for things that won't come undone. What you do, it just got a standard 1/2 inch drive, and it has attachments so that you put that on it, and you can undo screws with it too. It just goes in there like that, and if you notice, it actually turns a little bit from there to there. So for undoing, you turn it anti-clockwise, and then what you have to do is you have to hold that twist on it. You have to hold it twisted anti-clockwise, and you have to get a really nice sized hammer, like this fellow here, and you whack the shit out of it on there. The only thing is, you don't want to do that because you don't want to bang too hard sideways on your forks. So what you need to do is, you're going to need an assistant for this. You need to get something big and heavy. I use my log splitter. And you get your assistant to hold it on that flat area, nice and flat, and to push hard against the direction that you're hammering. And while they do that, you bash the shit out of this end whilst twisting the handle, and it came undone after about 5 good whacks. That is how you undo it. I will just show you that it is loose. Handle on there. And oops, now it will just come undone. Now, of course, you're obviously doing this to get the front wheel off, And if you're taking the front wheel off, you have to have taken off the coloured piece of mudguard on the front. You have to have undone your brake calipers and wired them up somewhere safely out of the way so there's no tension on the cords. And what I do is I put a little spacer in between the pads in case somebody actually accidentally grabs a brake handle and gives it a squeeze. So that will get you out of trouble. I did look online for this and I couldn't find any examples of how to do it. I think this is a fair way of doing it. The one last thing I was going to try, which I didn't have to do, was to apply mild heat to this area here. Aluminium expands faster than steel. The axle's steel and this is aluminium. I'm just talking in the order of less than the boiling point of water, which is 100 degrees Celsius. Of course, complications are this plastic here. You can't put a flame on here that's going to melt anything. And you've also got your ABS sensor here, so there's a lot of delicate stuff. I really didn't want to go near it with heat, and I'm glad I didn't have to. Okay, hope that helps. See you next time.